Ahoy, hello. It is Tease. Good day. Good afternoon, good evening. I hope all are well. I hope all are safe. Um, so with this particular video, I'm probably going to have maybe two, three or more scenarios in one. But the title will be Why Looking Poor is Important. And it's not literally just stuck on that. It's a little bit of everything. But I'll start on the Why Looking Poor is Important just based off the thumbnail. Because I was flicking through my threads, and then there was a picture of Dr. Umar, and then a young lady took a picture, and then there was two African men in the background looking like, why is he taking the picture of her? Why is she, got that look like, that'll be rule number one, or reason, not rule. Reason number one is to avoid the quote-unquote haters. The people who feel like, why do you have shoes, and why don't I? Why do you have a job? The whole comparison, the in and out, what you have versus what they don't have. And again, that's why it's important why looking poor is important, because it minimizes a lot of haters, it minimizes a lot of setups, and therefore you can separate the wheat from the tare. So another reason will be, let's just say, like, I look not necessarily downtrodden, but I'm dressed down to the point where I'm not the best dressed. This will also basically open your eyes to how people treat you too, because people think that you're low level, or you don't have, or you're this and that. If they think that you're not qualified, or you don't have the latest gear or something like that, people treat you a certain way too. So that'd be another reason too. Okay, I brought myself down a notch, but I understand what's going on, but the outside world don't know what's going on. And then therefore, by them not knowing, it gives you a clean slate. This is how these people will treat you on a bad day. You see what I'm saying? So at your quote-unquote lowest, people will treat you some kind of way, or look upside your head, or create a scenario, or come to the conclusion that, oh, you can't do it, or you're not smart, whatever the case may be. So basically, separating the wheat from the tare, the good from the bad, will be another reason. Separating the good from the bad. So I'm thinking, this is where you separate yourself, or you eliminate those around you who are not beneficial. So again, if we're living in a world where most people are on drugs, most people don't want help, ain't gonna get help, they're just basically here to destroy the world, you need to remove yourself from those people, places, and environments. Get away from them. Therefore, that's the good versus bad, the wheat from the tare. So pretty much everyone downstairs are destructive. People upstairs are the ones who are trying to make a change. So this is where the wheat from the tare. And again, when you separate yourself, you can say, well, hell, we're doing great, we're building, we're this and that over here, versus whatever somebody else got going on over there. It has nothing to do with you, because you're not around it. You see what I'm saying? If you're not strung out, you're not this and that, or part of the destruction, it has nothing to do with you. You're so far away from it, you won't even hear the complaints. Yeah, so that's literally how I'm moving these days. Like, I'm gonna see a lot of crazy, but I don't have to report on it. I'm gonna remove myself. Like I say again, if people in the East acting a damn fool, I'll be headed west and doing things the way they're supposed to be, or trying to do things where they're supposed to be, i.e. building, making improvements, staying low-key, staying out the way, and doing what I'm supposed to do in my own department, where it's just me, or maybe just me and 2, 3 others. And I'm actually okay with that. I am very okay with that. Staying in my bubble, doing what's supposed to be done, or working on self and preparing myself for what needs to be done, versus being amongst the wolves, contributing to destruction. You see what I'm saying? Or getting caught up in distraction, or being consumed by the poisons in the air. And that's just to say the least. Because they just release these poisons in the air. And I'm talking about the poisons that you can see. I'm not talking about the invisible poisons that have been here, via pollution. I'm talking about, like, literally, okay, this is that dust everybody's been talking about. And again, we are so far removed and so away from it to where we either don't notice, or we are unfazed and unharmed by it, because we're rising above the BS. We're not caught up in the BS. Because again, remember I said the people downstairs that are destructive, they get caught up in the BS when they tell, oh, hey, party people, everybody head to the bar, we're about to get, so they tell all the party people to head to the bar, people head to the bar, and guess what? What they didn't know is every drink at the bar was laced. Do you get how that works? Once you get caught into the distraction, then you'll be very easily moved to slaughter. And that's why it's important to stand back and observe the crowd. Again, because like I say again, I could be the queen of the world, I can be the owner of the whole establishment, but I'm dressed down to the point where I'm literally one garment away from looking like I live on the side of the road. And sometimes that's the best way to be, because again, this will show you how people will treat you. Oh, you're just a bum. You're just okay. That's good to know. Because when I clean up or whenever I come to collect my throne and my crown, the looks on the people's faces, I tell you. And this is why you don't spill the beans too soon ahead of time, because then therefore I'm the owner with rags on. Then it's like, then you give people the opportunity to destroy you. You see what I'm saying? That's important too. Why it's important to keep your mouth shut. You win the lottery, you better be quiet. Don't even tell your bank you won the lottery. Keep quiet. Because again, that's how you come up short. That's where your fake friends will come in at. You see what I'm saying? Because again, if you're downtrodden, ain't everybody gonna step over you when you're doing great. And then you got all the friends in the world. You see how that works? Separate the wheat from the tare. Sit back and observe how people treat you at your lowest, or what appears to be your lowest. And also, you can separate the wheat from the tare. Separate the good from the bad, and then therefore you can remove yourself from certain situations that you see. You see what's going on, they don't see, because they're caught up in distraction. They're part of the problem, so they're not going to see it. Nothing. Hey, this is normal. There's nothing wrong here, but you can see it, and therefore you can remove yourself from that situation. But hopefully all are well and all are safe. Hopefully all are staying warm, and hopefully all are staying productive too, because productivity is I think it's a must around this time, because most of the hands-on activities are being taken away, and then the hands-on activities are being replaced by convenience. Pick up my laundry, wash them for them, drop them back off the door, order groceries, someone drop them off. You see what I'm saying? That's way too convenient. We don't want to get caught up in the convenience, because after a while, with that convenience, with everything else and everyone else doing stuff for you, then after a while you become unuseful. And then when you become unuseful, you become disposable. You see how that works? Basically, what's happening now is humans, or humanity, or people as you know them, they are becoming disposable. That's why most people these days are turning into mutants, because there's no more use for them. They don't know what to do now. Hey, I'm used to the machine world. I'm used to doing this, and that. But as it's shutting down, people are becoming more and more consumed, and they're becoming more and more tainted, because humanity is becoming more and more not useful, if you will. So again, I think productivity should be number one on the list. And I'm not saying you got to build a house overnight, but at least be productive as, okay, I'm going to make my own food. I'm going to get up. I'm going to work out at home. I'm not saying you can't hit the gym, but try to be more hands-on, to the point where you're the alternative to other things. Like, okay, again, instead of eating out, I'm going to eat. Instead of ordering groceries, I'm going to go out and grocery shop safely though. Because I know sometimes people, they use the convenience of having the online shopping to come to your door. Sometimes that's for your safety. So I'm not saying that you have to stay in or you have to go out, but have a balance to where you're not solely dependable upon the technology that's being used against us right now. If I say productivity should be number one on the list, get up and clean up. Get up and work out. Like I said, again, instead of going to the gym, maybe save yourself some time. Okay, we're just going to work out at home. Work on legs at home. Take a walk. Which is still kind of getting out, but, do things safely and being aware of your environment and your surroundings. Yeah, I think that'd be cool. But yeah, also too, like again, and this is just to spill back into the whole appearance, while looking poor is important, because also too, let's say for instance, is if I'm maybe, let's just say I'm dressed nice, just regular old new jumpsuit, but everyone else around me is kind of dressed down, or maybe they have on work clothes, to where I look like I'm business casual, and then they just look like they just left work from a fast food. Sometimes it brings attention to you too. It can be good attention or bad attention, and one side can be like, oh hey, everyone loves your outfit, everyone loves this and that, or hey, everyone likes your shoes, or they like your hair. But then on the flip side, it could be, oh yeah, I might still like your outfit, but who do you think you are coming in here with your high heels on, or coming in here with your nice boots on, or with your nice shirt, and I'm looking like I just left working a hard days at McDonald's. You see what I'm saying? Some people will look at you and they'll feel threatened by your new hat or your new bracelet. You see what I'm saying? It's sometimes it's the littlest thing. They say sometimes too, for women, you can have on rags, but it's something about your hair. Some people get triggered by your hair, whether it's silky, kinky, whatever the case may be. Some people, some men and women, gets triggered, or something inside them gets triggered by simply just your hair. the coils or the strands that come out of your head. And it has nothing to do with you having on new clothes. It's just something about you. Could be your skin. That's why I say you need to sit back and watch your surroundings on how do people look at you, how they treat you, and then take those into consideration. Because people too that look at you or just slip out or just dying to tell you about yourself. And mind you, all you do is say hi and bye. You're very kind, and you just want to say hi, or you just want to, mingle with the crowd. You don't want any smoke, but somebody's looking at you like, oh, I can't wait to tell you about yourself. I can't wait to beat the crap out of you. And that's just because something inside them is bothered by you. You didn't do anything. This is why it's important to separate the wheat from the tare, the good from the bad, the useful from the useless. Because again, if you're the only one with your new shoes and your new jacket on and everyone else is looking like they work at a fast food restaurant after a hard day's work, and then it's like that's going to draw attention to you. Now you're going to become the target. Okay, well, if we need something or we need this and that, we're going to come to the one with the new shoes on. You see what I'm saying? And this is also too why it's important to match your surroundings. That's why I say get with like-minded people, separating the wheat from the tare. If everyone here, like I said, if everyone downstairs is destructive and you're not, you need to take your tail upstairs. Go upstairs. Therefore, you'll be a little bit more safe and you'll be a little bit more in your own element versus you standing out like a sore thumb, virtually making yourself a target. Yeah, so, yeah, I thought I'd make that short and sweet. And again, I hope all are well, hope all are safe. Be well.